Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. So today we are going to finish our Christmas sweater, and we've got two panels, and I've got them wrong sides facing each other. This is got the wrong sides facing each other, and then down the sides I've got some yarn here and my needle. So starting in the corners, and I'm going to try to work over these ends so I don't have to sew them in. So what we're going to do is on your stitches, you're going to go in the back of the front one, the back loop of the front one, the front panel, and the front loop of the back panel. And then you're just going to single crochet those together. And you're going to do that all the way down. I think we did this when we sewed something else together this last week. And it made like, what did we sew together? Well, I'm trying to think. Maybe it was the Christmas sweater that I was making my grandchildren last month. But I kept thinking we did something last week with this, but maybe not. Alright, it doesn't matter, but we've done this before. So you're just going to do this all the way down, taking the back loop of the front panel and the front loop of the back panel. And you're going to do both sides. So we're going to do this side, and then you're going to do the other side, which is this side. Okay? So I'm going to do mine off camera, and then we will be back to show you what it looks like and what to do next. But I'm going to sew both sides together, and I will see you after that. Okay, so I have this sewed together, and right now it looks like a tube. Okay, because what we're going to do, this, if you could see me, this goes from underneath the arm and down right now. Okay, so we are actually going to, let me put this in half. We're going to do over the shoulder and do the top part of this. And then we're going to need to be making some decreases as we go. So that you see this right here, it's 4 squares across. We're going to skip the first square, and we're like right here on it at the end of that square, and I'm going to single crochet into that stitch, and then we're going to chain 15. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I'm going to go across it, directly across it, and single crochet in the other side. Alright, so now we are going to do half double crochets in the front loop only, but this is the inside is the back side that's facing you. So we want to make sure you're going front loop only. We're half double crocheting. And I pretty much want to see how many stitches do I have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's take that one out. We have 10 done. Hang on a second. We've got to do some decreasing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 21, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 60. So there's exactly 60. So what we're going to do is we are going to half double crochet in the first 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then since we're doing front loop only, I'm going to do the invisible decrease. So you're going to go in the first loop. Now this is front loop only, and then you're going to take your needle and go into the next loop. So you've got the first 2 loops come through. Okay, now you're going to do 9 more. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're going to decrease. Do an invisible decrease, or you could decrease any way you want. I'm doing an invisible one. So you're going to decrease after every 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let me see if I need to get. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a stitch marker over here. I'm going to keep doing that until I get to this one here. till I get to there. Okay, so I'm going to do 9 and then do the decrease until I get over there, and then I'm going to be back with you when I get over there. Okay, so I have 4 stitches left, and I'm going to half double crochet into those 4 stitches, front loop only. Okay, and then right where the stitch marker is there single crochet in there, and you're going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm going to go directly across to the other panel. I'm actually going to turn this whole thing so that I could see this next side. It'll be there. That's so much better. Alright, so we're going to go directly across it, which is right here. Or is that here? Right here. Single crochet there. And you're going to do the same thing as you did this panel. You're going to go the front loop only and half double crochet in the first 9. So there's 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. I had Jada on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to, I'm doing an invisible decrease on the 10th one. So you're going to do the same thing. Go the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you're going to decrease. Do your decrease. However you want to do it. You want to do it invisibly. It don't matter to me. Whatever you want to do. And then you do. So you're going to do that until you get over here, over on the other side, and I will meet you there. Alright, so I have 3 stitches left over on that panel. I'm going to do front loop only. Finish up those. And you should be right at the chain 15. So we are going to travel up this chain. So you could kind of turn your work a little bit, but I'm going to put a half double crochet right where in that stitch where that chain is. Alright, and so there should be 15, so we need 15 stitches. Now this is round 2. By the way, and as a matter of fact, we are going to mark it as such as soon as I figure out where is my other stitch there. I'm going to take this stitch marker out of here. This way we know where we began. So I'm going to put a half double crochet in this first chain, which is right there. And I'm marking this as my first stitch of the round. Okay. Now, you're going to do, and I'm going to try to go over this, this end that we started with. Alright. So I'm going to kind of sew it in as we go. So you're going to go up the chain. You should have 15, because we made a chain of 15. You should have 15 half double crochets going across there. And there will be no decreasing this round. This round is a normal round. So you're just going to go half double crochet up the chain, 15 of them, and then you're going to cross this way, only in front loop only when you get back here. We're going to go front loop only and go all the way around, except for the chain. You can't do that. So we're just doing half double crochets up the chain. I'm just going to stay here for a little bit and kind of work with you. It's a little bit fiddly because, you know, as you well know, it's a little bit fiddly working with a chain in the first place. Once you get across here, though, we're almost there. Alright, and as I did over there, I'm going to put a half double crochet in the same stitch which I did, in the same stitches where the chain is. Now, I'm going to cut that off later. Now we're going back in the back loop only again. Front loop only. And I'm doing that only because I want that design on the other side that a half double crochet does, the back of a half double crochet. And you're going to go all the way around it like this. So all the way down here, front loop only, and then go across the chain, and then I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so here is row 3. I'm going to take this stitch marker out. And we are going to half double crochet and front loops only now, all the way around. And I'm putting the stitch marker in the first one so I know where the row stops. Alright. So there, now we, like I said, front loop only, and we're going to do a invisible decrease in every 9. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll do an invisible decrease. And the next 2. Decrease. Did I say increase? I meant decrease. Now we're going to half double crochet in the next 9. There's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and do a decrease. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I just lost that. Try that again. This one's 9. And then we're going to do an invisible decrease. Okay, you're going to do that all the way around until you get to your stitch marker. Do that all the way around. And that was for row 3. And row 4 is just going to be a normal row like we did row 2. So we're going to repeat row 2. On the even rows, we're going to repeat row 2. So I'm going to finish off row 3 and do row 4, and then I'll be back to show you what's next. Okay, so this is what it looks like thus far, and I kind of wanted to show you what the design this thing is making just by using these half double crochets. This is the reason why I love half double crochets. And if you work them backwards, this is the back of the half double crochet. If you work them backwards, this is what you get. Isn't that cool, that design? I love that design. Anyway, so we are going to continue because we have to work slowly up from here to up to the neck, right? We're working slowly, so we've got to keep going and repeat rows I think we're going to be repeating rows 2, 3, and 4. Right. We're repeating rows 3 and 4 because we've got 4 rows on here. So we're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 until we get up toward the neck part. And I'm not exactly sure how many rows that'll be, but I'm going to do that, and then we'll just I will be back to show you where we are. So we just put 4 rows on there. I don't know if it's going to be, because we're like row 5, you're going to be decreasing after every 9 again. And then row 10 or 6, you'll be doing just a regular half double crochet with no decreases. And you're just going to do that all the way through until we get to the point that the neck is coming out. So it'll be a while, you know, because we've got this far to go yet, so that's fine. Anyway, I'm kind of experimenting with this. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. I'm going to probably do 4 more rows and see what it looks like. And then I'll decide what to do after that, and I will be back after that. So after row 8, I will see you after row 8. Okay, so this is after, let's see if you can see this. This is after row 8. So this is 8 rows of this on here, which looks really neat. And I was thinking, because I am experimenting with this, if we go another 8 rows doing the same thing, decreasing after every 9 in the one row, and then the next row no decrease at all, and keep going that way for the next 8 rows, this should come up into a neck if we keep doing it that way and decreasing it that way. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to go for another 8 rows doing the same thing we've been doing, decreasing every other row by 9. After every 9 we do a decrease, and yeah, then we'll be back to see what it looks like. Okay, so 16 rows, and here's what we've got. I just love it. It is perfect. It comes out perfectly. I can't get over it. I figured it out. I've been trying to do this for a while now, and trying to figure out how to do something like that. That is awesome. So excited. See, when you experiment, what can happen? Alright, so this here is the end of row 16. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to chain 1, and we're going to turn this whole thing. So now the outside is facing me instead of the inside facing me. Well, I just lost that. And actually, I think I want to slip stitch here first, and then chain 1, and then here we are. Okay, so back loop only. We're single crocheting. So we're just going to single crochet in the back loop only, all the way around. It does not need to be no more decreases. It's actually perfect. I had it on. Oh, I cannot get over it. This is so awesome. Alright, so you're going to go all the way around this neck with single crochets in the back loop only. And I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so we're all the way around there, and I am chaining one, and now we're going to do another row of single crochets on both those loops. You're going through like a regular stitch. And we're just going to go all the way around with regular single crochets. Alright, I'll meet you once we get all the way around there. Okay, so I've got a couple more stitches to finish up this. Slip stitch in the first, and I have changed over to red. And what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to do another row of single crochets in red. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so we're just going to go do another round of single crochets all the way around in the red, and then I'll be back at the end of this row. Okay, this is the last round of the neck, I promise. We're going to, I chain one, okay, and then I'm going to end this first stitch. We're going to single crochet, chain one, and single crochet. So we're going to do a little bit of spider stitching here. Skip one and do that spider stitch in the next stitch, which is a single crochet, chain one, and single crochet. Skip the next one, so every other stitch you're doing this spider stitch. It kind of gives it a little bit of a, I like the way that looks. So I'm really excited about this. Okay, so you're going to go all the way around it like that, and then you're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet over here and cut it off and sew in the end, and we're all done with the neck. And when we come back, we'll be doing the sleeves. We'll see you then. Okay, so we finished the neck yesterday, and I kind of wanted to show you what that looks like. So there it is. This is the top part and the neck. Okay, we are going to work on sleeve today. And we're pretty much going to do the same thing that we did with the neck. I am, we've got the inside facing us, the inside of the, and down underneath the arm. That's where I'm going to start. And right in here, I'm going to sew these ends in as I go. This is where the, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. We're going to, this is where the corner was in one of the squares. So I'm doing a half double crochet in there. We're actually going to do 2 of them. Okay, in that same one. Now, the when we go to the next stitch, which is a half double crochet, we are doing front loop only. We're half double crocheting, but we're doing front loop only. So we're just going, just like we did in the neck, the exact same thing that we did. And we're going to do the same thing on the sleeves. So this round is a base round, so all we're doing is we're just putting our half double crochets all the way around. Let's leave that on the inside. We'll cut that off later. Oh, there. It went right in. All right. Now we could take off with this. Alright, so now we're coming up where we put the neck on. This is where we put the neck, so I'm just going to put one there and one here. Alright, and now we're just doing, so this is where we did the chain 15. So we're just doing the bottom part of that chain, and you're just going to put the half double crochets in each one of those chains. And now we're coming away from the chain again, and we're just going to put one here, one in here, and now we're starting again of front loop only, and you're going to finish this off in just the front loop only, because we're back on the square here. Alright, so this right here is where the other corner was, and we're just going to put two in there, and then we're going to slip stitch to the first stitch that we started right here. Chain one. No, that's not how I did it. Sorry. So we're going to do a continuous, so you can't see the seam. So starting on this first stitch, we're doing a half double crochet there. But we need to put a stitch marker there so that we know that that is the start of the round. As soon as I get one out of here. Well, I need to get a stitch marker off there. There we go. Alright, so this stitch here, we're putting a stitch marker because this is the very first stitch of the row. Now, what did I do? There it is. Like, where'd the needle go? Alright, so, and I actually didn't do that right either. Goodness gracious. We're still doing front loops only. So you want to go in the front loop only to do this with. Putting a stitch marker in there. And now this is round 2. So you're going to count 9 just like we did the other when we did the neck. So we're going to count 9. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then just like we did, we're going to do a visible and decrease. Invisible decrease. And then you're going to count 9. And you're going to go all the way around it like that. And then, of course, row 3, or round 3, you're just going to go regular. Okay? So, I will meet you at round 4. Alright, so this is at the end of row 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So what we're going to do is we're going to decrease the last 2. So we're just going to go into 4 and then decrease the last 2. Okay, and then row 3, you're just going to put in front loop only, just put a half double crochet in each stitch. There'll be no decreases in row 3. And I'll see you at the end of row 3. Okay, so from here, you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So on the even rows, you're going to be decreasing after every 9. So you'll go 9 and then you'll decrease. So, and then on row 3, then you're just, on the odd numbers, you're going to just go around without decreasing. Just do a regular round. So you're going to do that until until you get your sleeve as long as you want it. I'm going to make my sleeve like this long. And that's what I'm going to do, but it's up to you. You just keep going around like that until you get the sleeve as long as you want it, and then we will be back to show you how to finish it off. Okay, so this is after row 6. And after I did that decreasing in row 6. There's 54 stitches here. And then I was looking at this and I'm thinking that I am just going to do no more decreasing for the next 8 to 10 rounds, because my arms are bigger up here and then they go thinner down below. So it all depends on how your arms are. Now, you probably still can continue doing your decreasing until it gets thin enough. You know, so it all is up to you and how your arms are. But my arms are wide at the top, so I think that I'm going to go about 8 to 10 more rows. So we will be back after that. Okay, so I did 18 rows, and I measured it 9 inches. So we've got 9 inches, 18 rows, and now I'm going to start the decreasing again and doing that decrease, and then the next row, regular row, and then a decrease. So I'm going to decrease after every 9. And there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then going to decrease. Alright, so we're going to do that all the way around, and the next row I'm just going to do a regular row with no decreases, and then I'm just going to do that for a few rows and see where this takes me until I get it small enough to where I want it. So I will be back after that. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. So it's 25 rows now, 34 stitches around. And let's measure this. We need to get to 18 inches, or about maybe 16 inches before the cuff. 18 inches will go all the way down. So this is about 12 inches. So I'm going to keep going, just doing regular half double crochets until I get to 16 inches, and then I'm going to try it on and make sure that's where I want it. And I wanted a 2-inch cuff on it, so I think 16 inches will do. So I've got about 4 more inches of crocheting to do. So now we're just going to do regular crocheting around for another 4 inches, and just out of curiosity, how many inches is the half double crochet? Is it 2 rows of the... So 2 rows of half double crochet is about 1 inch. So I need 4 more inches. I need 8 more rows. So, okay, so we're going to do that, and then we'll be back for the cuff. Okay, so I have 17 inches. I mean 16 inches. And I'm going to put a little bit of a cuff on it. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3. There's 33 rows on it. And 16 inches. So I'm going to put another inch on it, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. We're going to break away from doing this. So I am going to slip stitch in the first stitch, chain 1, and now I'm going to turn the whole thing so that this side is now facing me. So I'm going to go the opposite direction. And in the back loop only, I'm going to single crochet. Sort of just like we did the neck part. almost around there. Let me get in there. There we go. Alright, and now we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. I'm going to chain one. And we're going to continue along, although this time, instead of doing back loops, we're going to go through both loops and do regular single crochets. So instead of a back loop, a single crochet, we're doing regular ones. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, slip stitch to the first single crochet. There we go. Now, I am looking for my scissors. Did I drop my scissors? Yes, I did. Alright. I'm going to change color. So I'm going to cut this off right here, and I'm going to add another color. I'm going to add red to this, just like we did in the neck. As a matter of fact, we're going to do the exact same stitches. Alright, now that I've got my red on there, I'm going to put these stitches back in. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this row that we just got done, only in the red. So we're doing our single crochets around. And both loops. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet, and we're going to chain one. And this row here is going to be our spider stitch row. So we're going to single crochet, chain one, and single crochet in the first stitch. That's our spider stitch. And we've done this a lot last year, this spider stitch. So yeah, as you guys know, it's one of my favorite borders. Okay, so we're going to skip the next one and do a spider stitch in the next one. Skip, do your spider stitch, and do this all the way around. Just like we did this on the neck. This way this is going to match the neck. And we're almost done. And there we go. Slip stitch. And we'll cut this off and we're going to sew that end in. And this is the way it looks. And there's our sleeve. Now you'll have to make another one of these exactly the way we made this one for the other one. But there you go. All I gotta do is just rewind this video to the sleeve and rework it again on the other one. Okay, and then we will be back to do the bottom of the sweater. Here we go. So we've got to do the bottom of this sweater next. So we'll be back to do that after I get my other sleeve done. See you then. Okay, so here we are. We've got our sleeves done and the top part of, and now we're going to work on the bottom part. And I want to put a little skirt on the bottom of this. So we are going to be doing some increasing. Alright, so I'm right here at the seam, and I'm starting into this chain 3 space here, this corner. That was chain 2 space, I mean. And I'm going to work in my ends. Alright, so now, and I've also got the inside of this sweater facing me. That's important, because we're going to continue with those half double crochets. So I'm chaining 1, and now I'm going to put a couple of half double crochets in that corner while I'm working over, and working in the back loop only, front loop only, not back loop. We're just going to put a half double crochet in each of these stitches, and that's what I'm going to do all the way around. I'm going to do that until we get to the seam, and then I will be back to show you what we're doing at the seam. Okay, so we're at a seam, and I forgot to tell you, I'm actually going to red instead of green too. The skirt is going to be red, but you can make it green and do whatever you want on yours. We're here at the seam, and these are where the corners were on the squares. So I'm just going to put 2 half double crochets in each of those corners. And then we're just going to continue front loop only and go around the other side of this. We're on the other panel now. I will meet you at the end of this row to let you know what we're doing next. Alright, so now we are connected here. This is the row we're going to do our increasing. So we are going to chain 1 here, and in the front loop only, we are going to we're going to half double crochet in the first 9. Okay, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually 8, not 9. We're actually going to do the first 8. Okay, and then we're going to put in the next one, you're going to put 2 of them. So we're increasing. So we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. And then you're going to count 8 again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So then in the next one, you're going to put 2 in the next one. And you're going to do that all the way around. So we're increasing after every 8. That means you're putting 2 half double crochets after every 8 stitches. So in the 9th stitch, you're putting 2 half double crochets in there. And we're going to do this all the way around, and I will see you at the end of this round. Okay, so it turns out that this row ended with 1 stitch left, and we're just going to half double crochet in that stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first half double crochet, slip stitch to the back loop of it, chain 1, and now for the next 2 rows you are just going to so you're going to half double crochet, just plain half double crochet across around. We're going to do that for 2 rounds, and then we will be back in row 5. Okay, so we are done with the 4th round. So the 5th round, we are going to half double crochet in the first 10. And we're still doing front loops only. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, and 9 of them, not 10. Sorry. So we're doing 9, and now we're going to increase on every 10th one. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're increasing. We're putting 2 in the 10th one. So at every 10, you're going to put 2 in. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a frilly skirt is what I'm trying to do. So once it gets long enough, it'll be a little bit frilly. Also, if you do not want to put a skirt on yours, remember how we did the border around the neck and the sleeves, and we did 2 single crochets, and then we did a single crochet in the red, and then we did that spider stitch around it. So that's what you would do here at the end, because this goes all the way down to the waist. So you could just put those 4 rows on there and put that border on there however you want to do it, but I would just go back to where we did the neck and repeat those 4 rows if you do not want to put a skirt on yours. Now I'm putting a skirt on mine because I want to wear leggings under mine, and of course I like my top to cover my butt because I do not like leggings. They're too tight. They look too tight, and I'd rather have something go down over my butt so I don't have to worry about anybody seeing that. Anyway, so there's, so anyway, that's what I'm doing, and I just wanted to show you. At the end of this row, we will be back, and so you're going to do your increasing row, which is row 5. And then you're going to do 2 rows, just like we did these 2 rows down here, just regular half double crochets. And then we'll be back after that. So we'll be back after row 7, and I will tell you what to do then. Okay, so we are on, this was 7 rows, it should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, yes. 7 rows. So this is row 8, and on row 8, we're still doing front loops only. We're going to increase after every 10 on row 8. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to do an increase, which is putting 2 in the same one. And you're going to do that all the way around. And then we are going to do 2 rows of regular singles, just like we did the last 2 rows. And that should bring us up to 10 rows, because this is row 8. Yeah, that'll bring us up to 10. So I will see you after row 10. Okay, so we've 10 rows, and then you can stop it right there and put on that border that we put on the sleeves and the neck, that same border. That's 4-row border. So you can go back and do the same thing. I think I'm going to continue going because I want mine to be extra long. So I'm probably going to end up with 20-25 rows with the border by the time that this is done. So anyway, but it's the exact same border that we put on the sleeves and the neck. So which is, you know, the 4 rows. So it's like 3 rows of single crochet and then that. So anyway, that is going to finish this up, and I want to I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this sweater, and I do apologize again that we did not get this done last month, and but we are finishing it up this month. So you know, this is a Christmas sweater that you can wear next year, and you know, I think it's beautiful. And as soon as I get this done, I'm going to try it on, and then I'll send picture. I'll put the picture on the channel so you could see it of it on me. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.